Hello friends and welcome to the Southern Mountain Kitchen. Today we're going to make skillet biscuits. So in case you don't know what a skillet biscuit is, it's basically biscuits that are made on the stovetop in a skillet, which are using the heat of the top of your stove to actually cook these and not an oven. And everything you see on my counter is what we're going to use to make these. There's really not a lot of ingredients or a lot of anything going into it. And these are going to make about 5 biscuits. So you have a good mix going on here for if you wanted something just for a few biscuits, or if you wanted something for 2 people to eat on. It's not like you're making a large amount of these. It's just really a quick and easy thing to make. If you want something really fast and you want something like with coffee, or if you wanted it for breakfast really fast, but just for a couple people. So we're going to start out with 1 cup of flour. Then we're going to add to this 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Then we're going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda, 3/8 of a teaspoon of salt, and we're going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of sugar. And then we're going to mix this up because we want to make sure we distribute this really well before we add anything else to it. So make sure that you mix throughout all your all-purpose flour and get this all in there. And we are adding in 1/2 stick of butter, which we're going to break that up with a fork. You could have used this, I like if it was frozen or colder or whatever, and shredded it up with anything, but I use a fork to do this. It's just as easy. You're not really doing that much with it, and it's a quick process. So go ahead and just mix through until we break the butter up into little bits. We don't really want big ones in here. Something like, like when you're knocking it down to the size of a grain of like rice or something like that. So just go ahead and work through the whole bowl and do this. And once we get this done, we're going to add some buttermilk to it. So go ahead and keep working the bowl and make sure that you don't have any lumps of butter stuck anywhere on the sides or in the bottom. And this only takes like, a couple minutes to go through and do. And then we're going to add to this 1/2 cup of buttermilk. Now, if you don't want to use buttermilk, you could actually use just regular like whole milk or whatever. I use the buttermilk just for the fact that 1, it has a little bit of extra fat in it, and 2, it gives it a really good flavor. Now we're going to mix this up until it's completely combined together. And if it is a little dry when you get to the end of this, you can add maybe like another tablespoon of milk to it, just to help it a little bit on the way to getting to sticking together and holding together. Now, to save yourself a little trouble, you can use a little bit of parchment paper, and just, even 1/4 of a cup of flour will do. And we're going to use a cutter for this. And then we're just going to turn the dough out onto the surface and just get it on top of where the flour is on the surface of the parchment paper, because this is going to make for really easy cleanup in the end. So the best thing about it is just turn it out, get it there, and you're going to want to put a little bit of flour over top of this and on your fingers, so that way this doesn't stick to you. And we're just going to roll this over until we get it totally into the area where the flour is. And we're just going to work this a little bit to get a little bit of flour all over the place where we're going to be working on this. And once you get this into the center, what you're going to do, if you get enough flour on top of this, we're going to fold this a couple of times because we want to make sure that we get some layers in here. So if you have to sprinkle some flour on top, do that. And then just press this out with your fingers. It's really easy to do. And then just start flipping it over in different directions and folding it and pressing it out. Because basically all we want to do is make these layers in here, so that way when it bakes up, there's actually going to be layers in your biscuit. So even though we're doing the baking in a skillet, same principle. It's still going to rise up. It's still going to have layers. So once you get a good thickness there, which basically, you can do like maybe 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch, then cut it, put it to the side, fold your dough over again, and then cut one more time. Now, we're not trying to have an excessive amount of flour on this. We just want to do it in a way to where there's enough that it doesn't stick to the parchment paper, but we want enough of it where you can deal with this without sticking to your hands and everything else too. So keep doing this and folding it over. And as I said, you're going to get 5 of these out of this, and you're going to have probably just a little left over by the time you're done, just because of the fact that, there's going to be just a little edge that's left over when you're finished. Usually when it's like that, I just roll up that piece and just make like a dough ball to stick in the middle of the pan to cook. So go ahead and keep cutting and doing this. And the best thing about this is it's not going to really dry out a lot while you're doing it. This is going to be fine for you to keep folding these over. So keep working it till you get all 5 done. Now, in the meantime, you are going to need something like a medium to large skillet. And we're talking like something that's at least 10 inches wide or so. Because when we're putting these in, we want something with a little bit of surface, but we also want something that has a see-through top on it, because you're going to have to monitor these as they cook. if you have a metal top on it, a metal lid, whatever, you're not going to be able to see them cook. So that's going to be like a hit or miss thing. You don't want to do that. So once you find whatever you're going to be using, just set it to the side and get it ready. We are not putting this over heat yet. We don't want it to be hot to start with. We just want to get all of this done. And there's my skillet. And there's the lid I have on it, so you can really see inside of this, which is really great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the biscuits into the pan before they even go anywhere near the heat. We really don't want the heat to start with. So once we get ready to do this, just have your biscuits ready to roll. If you have excess flour on them, kind of knock it off a little bit. We don't want that really hitting the pan. And we are not oiling this pan. Nothing is going in here but biscuits. And then we're going to line them up to where they go all the way around the outer edge. And then that extra dough that I had, I'm going to stick right in the middle of it. And once this is ready to roll, we're going to set our heat somewhere around like medium or so. Because what we want this to do is heat up inside. So we're going to put the lid on it and let it sit and let it start warming up. And you're going to know it's warming up because the top of the lid will start to get like a little condensation inside of it. And you might even hear a little bit of sizzling. And that's really good because that's what we're going for. So as you're watching this, just watch to see if you're getting the little condensation. And when you do start getting that, you're going to want to cook these for at least 3 to 4 minutes before we flip them, because we're going to flip them. That's the way they bake on both sides, the top and the bottom. So you're going to see these rise up too, so that's a good thing to watch for. So as it starts getting the condensation, you want to pay attention because mine already is getting it here and my biscuits are rising. Now you're going to need something to turn these with, and if you have like a thin spatula or whatever, that's perfect. So pop off the lid, go underneath of them, check to see if they're brown enough to flip, and if they are, flip them over. Now one thing about it, the top of this is going to be a little sticky because it hasn't been cooked yet. So what you want to do is just turn these all over and then get that lid back on there so that way it can continue to heat up again, because we want to cook the other side. So we're basically talking anywhere from 3 to 4 minutes per side to get them cooking. Probably I would err on the side of 4 minutes to make sure they're cooked completely through. But once you've got them flipped, put the lid back on, let the temperature come back up in there for just like a couple of minutes, and then we're going to turn this off and let them sit and cook on their own for a while, which means there's going to be temperature inside of the skillet because the lid's on and the heat's in there. And then after about like 3 or 4 minutes, we're going to come in with some butter, brush the top of these, and make sure we coat all of them with the butter, and then put the lid back on and let them sit in the heat until you're ready to use them. And that way they'll absorb the butter, but they also stay warm until you're ready to have them for your meal. And that's basically a lot of what we're doing to get this done. There really isn't much more to it. You just need to make sure that they are totally cooked through. And you can easily just pop them open in the center to check them to see if they are to the point where you're ready for them to be used. This is it, and this is what mine looked like when they were done. I served mine with some chicken and some green beans, and they are amazing to eat. So you got to try this sometime. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. And if you get a chance, check out the Southern Mountain Kitchen website where you can get a free recipe, check out the cookbooks available from the Southern Mountain Kitchen, and if you'd like to, you could order a cookbook at a discounted price, cheaper than Amazon, with shipping that is also cheaper than Amazon. So if you get a chance, check it out, and I hope you have a great day.